Join me for a rainy day on the homestead. I'm spending some time in the kitchen making a brand new recipe, and I'm also going to take you all on a fall tour of our kitchen. Today I'm sharing with you a brand new recipe from my blog, therosehomestead.com. This is for sourdough baguettes. I have been intimidated about making baguettes for years. I wanted to try them, but I just never felt like I would be able to. But it turns out they weren't quite as difficult as I thought they were going to be. So if you want this full recipe, it's going to be linked in the description box below, or you can head over to my blog, therosehomestead.com, and search for baguettes. Now this is a pretty simple recipe as far as ingredients. It's flour, water, sourdough starter, and salt. And it is one of those recipes where I prefer to do stretch and folds because I want the airy texture on the inside, the holes, and it just turns out so well. So if you're brand new to making sourdough bread, stretch and folds is essentially like a slow kneading process. It builds gluten, it builds structure, and that helps the dough with oven spring and the texture on the inside to be what you want it. These baguettes are crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside, and they are the perfect side bread for any meal. Or you can split them in half like we did and make sandwiches, little sub sandwiches out of them. They were so good. So to shape the dough after it has risen, I let this rise about 4 to 6 hours. I did 4 stretch and folds over 30 minutes in between each, and a total rise of 4 to 6 hours. And then I put it on the work surface with a little flour. Now my shaping is very rustic. I do not want to deflate this very much, so I'm kind of what you would say encouraging the dough to get in the shape that I want it. And so I'm just gently shaping this into a baguette, and I'm going to turn it over and put it on a piece of parchment paper. Now the important thing with baguettes is that they hold their shape while they're on their second rise. And to do this, I have a linen cloth. It's made specifically for baguettes. It's very cheap and almost an invaluable tool in your kitchen when you're making baguettes or French bread or something like that. But I put 1 loaf of the baguette, and then I pull up on the linen cloth in between, and it's very stiff, so it holds its shape. And I love this little thing. And so if you don't have one of these, you can use like a really stiff kitchen towel. And I'm going to let these rise covered for about 30 minutes to an hour. In the oven, I preheated a griddle at 475 with a little pot underneath on the bottom rack. I'll put some ice in it for steam for the first 20 minutes, take it out, and then bake an additional 10 minutes. While my baguettes are baking, I am going to take you on a tour of our new fall kitchen. We worked in here all day one day, changing things around, taking things out, and bringing in pumpkins and the last of the summer blooms. I have some zinnias and some cosmos, and they just bring beautiful color to the kitchen. For my fall kitchen, I like to go for minimal as much as possible. So I'll take a lot of my appliances out and different things like that. The summer kitchen is cluttered, to be honest, because you have so much you're bringing in to preserve, and you need tools for that. And now as we're going into fall, I'm only leaving out the tools that I use the most. I did make a small little coffee bar here on our Hoosier cabinet, and we are enjoying using this every single morning because it just feels so nice. So one of the things that we did back in the spring was to get prairie bluebell chickens, and they lay blue eggs. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll probably add some different Easter eggers next year because I'm loving the way the egg basket looks with these different colors. You'll notice a lot of pallet wood projects in our kitchen and in our home in general. I plan to upload a video soon that I had made last year showing all of our pallet wood projects in the house, so stay tuned for that. And we're going to get back to these baguettes. We got these out of the oven, and oh my goodness, they're just so good. And I am really surprised that I put this off because they really weren't that difficult to make. And as you can see, they are crispy on the outside, they're chewy, light and airy on the inside. And I hope if you make these that you will tag me over on Instagram or send me a Facebook message and let me see your results, because I think you all are going to love these. We actually split them in half and made the sandwiches and just put butter on them and just enjoyed them so much. I enjoy spending time in my kitchen. It is, I guess, what you could call a happy place. And now that it is all decluttered and ready for those long fall and winter evenings, I'm going to be spending more time than ever in here. I have so many recipes that I am going to be making and sharing with you all as well. And I want to say I appreciate you all for being a part of this little community. If you are not aware, check the description box below. There is a sourdough Facebook group that I would love for you to join if you haven't already, and we spend a lot of time over there talking about sourdough, and it's just so much fun. All right, well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you all are doing well, and we will see you all on the next video.